prep. I think meal prep has become part of the lexicon over the last couple of years. That's, like bulk was 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. What's that?
No, go ahead.
So I think with some people, myself included, when I hear, because I'm an old school guy, so when I hear meal prep, I think contest. But I know that's not what necessarily you're meaning 100%. I mean, what kind of tell everybody, what do you mean by meal prep?
Okay, so as far as meal prep goes, so we're going to go through, and kind of give guidelines of the shopping. We'll go and learn to shop a little healthier, make the more healthier choices, which tends to end up leading us to the more whole foods and, straight kind of meat and veggies, getting your starches in there too where you need them. But as far as the meal prep goes, it is so much easier with our busy lifestyles to have everything planned out, to know what you're going to eat and, eat what you plan. Plan what you eat what you plan.
And it doesn't happen that way a lot of times.
No,
I pack my lunch for work, and then somebody's like, "Oh, the boss is ordering pizzas," and I'm like, "I guess I'm having pizza for lunch."
Yeah, but again, that's when that's when that accountability comes in,
right? To
say, "Hey, you had this, you had the tools right there in front of you." Yep. I mean, it takes the question out, and we'll learn about, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, doing all of those things, and, portion size, making sure that we're eating, the portion size, making sure that we're not starving ourselves, but also, not overeating for, the caloric intake. We've got to have that calorie energy in versus energy out balance. Right. We've got to have that.
So when do you anticipate this program going into effect?
Well, that's
pretty quick.
In case people listening want to start jumping in on it. New Year's, new us?
Not this month, but probably, what do you think, probably February or March, getting it ready to start?
We'll start kind of the planning.
Spring, but here pretty quick.
Okay. Yeah. Working out the details. So, like I said, I've still got one more certification I'm working towards, but that's not going to hold us back from starting.
Sure.
But with a busy life, we do what we can do.
Right.
So
it's on our to-do list.
Yeah. We want to just trying to keep it simple, stupid. Basically, get that take the work out of it.
Yeah.
You take one day, you spend a couple hours, preparing your food and everything, and takes the guesswork out of it. You know what you're going to eat every day, and it's amazing the different varieties that you can.
You got chicken, you got oatmeal.
Yeah, multi-meal, right? Cream of wheat. Yeah. Once in a while, you get barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Grits sometimes.
This is why Tara's running it, not me.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be.
You guys can thank me.
It'd be nothing but chicken and oatmeal.
And cream of wheat. Barbecue sauce.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
That's it.
You can handle that?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Anything else anybody wants to add that we haven't covered at this point?
No, I really think the cool thing again is we were talking about the accountability, but of meeting with Tara, but it's also meeting with the other people that are doing it.
Correct.
Yeah. And like a little, community, or a team or whatever. You're kind of like.
Encouragement, as well as kind of share other people's struggles. So say somebody's went through, this, and there'll be different levels of people. People can come in and do different levels, different points of the program. But somebody said, okay, well, my first week, I really struggled with this. I'm guessing the biggest struggle is going to be water intake for a lot of people too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because people don't.
And there's a whole string of events that happen if you don't consume enough water.
Right.
So now, am I picking up something that it's going to be a group setting, a group atmosphere?
Yes, it'll be the first initial assessment is going to be individual based, and then when we meet, we'll meet, as a group.
Okay.
After that,
that time, we meet Wednesday night at 7:00 or whatever.
So, and then everybody would just come in at that point and
pretty much
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and
kind of go over stuff and
right. So
if we get enough participation, we may have to do more than one.
Sure.
We can't meet with 12 people, maybe at once, but we'll figure that out once it gets going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Oh, go ahead.
And eventually, we're also going to offer online support too,
Oh, nice.
to where they can log online, they can log their foods online, they can take photos, upload their photos, upload their accountability from the weight, loss and
Maybe like
and
a message
everything.
board or something.
Correct. I mean, and even an app on their phone, to where they can just log into it. So it's something that kind of comes with the precision nutrition stuff that we're going to be offering. So
Very cool. And do you find that having that group atmosphere helps also to keep people more accountable as well?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
have a peer
It's
support
just
group.
like the
Right.
classes and stuff. That,
yeah,
Sure.
the group
a
workouts and
camaraderie
stuff.
you kind of build together. I mean, and you're not celebrating your success, alone.
Right.
You've got somebody cheering you on. Everybody needs a fan club.
Sure. Well, and that's something for those of you listening out there. That's something that that you can think about. You can join with a friend. If a friend of yours and yourself have created maybe a goal, like a New Year's resolution, and need a little help with it, or don't know where to start, that'd be a great place to start.
Exactly.
Corporate fitness, corporate wellness. Anybody out there listening that's in a business can definitely meet with
Right.
you and maybe sign up groups or flights, if you will,
Right.
of people.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
We've just got to get the world away from all this fast-paced process stuff and got to get some gut health and healing going on because it's becoming an epidemic to where it's just awful for what we're putting into our bodies and everything.
Right.
So
Now, when you talk about gut health and things, and again, we all know what you're talking about, but when you think of gut health, are you talking, some like enzymes? You talking about digestive enzymes, or I forget what it's called, the bacteria. What are you talking about when you?
Well, I mean, with all these processed foods and the chemicals and stuff that go into our bodies, and our bodies don't know necessarily what to do with those.
Right.
I mean, and they have so many different, effects on us. I mean, look at all the different diseases that are happening, autoimmune kind of stuff. I mean, even for hormones, our hormones, to keep our hormones in balance and eating the right foods to make that function correctly and everything. So, as far as gut health, we want to make sure that we keep that stuff out of there that's not being absorbed into your body and interrupting all the functional processes that need to
Right.
go on. So,
All right.
cream of wheat doesn't do that, right?
Chicken. You can eat probably a whole mixing bowl full of cream of wheat before you go swimming, and it won't even
And then you'll
affect
sink
you.
to the bottom, right?
See,
It's easily digestible. You can't. It's like baby food. It's,
Right.
You could do whatever you want.
so the problem I have with cream of wheat is that I put it in the microwave unattended.
Nobody knows
Oh.
how to make it. You got to figure out how to make it. If you practice enough,
an art.
You'll
It's an
figure it out.
art.
Every microwave's different.
Yeah.
But the stovetop is the best way, nobody wants to take that much time. But I'll tell you how to do it. Pretty much most microwaves, it's for 2 servings. It's 2 minutes first. Stir. Put it in for another 1 to 2 minutes. Usually
That's
it's
the key.
2. Once you take it out, put a little bit of water into it, cold water, and mix it.
We
You're
forgot
going to think,
peanut
well, it's too
butter.
runny. Do that. And then after about 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes later, it's ready to go.
We forgot his peanut butter.
Peanut butter. You
We
got
need
to
to
put
add
a
that
chunk
to
of
the
in there.
list.
Yeah,
chunk of
put
peanut
that-
butter and maybe a scoop of protein.
But no, I know. Yeah, cream of wheat. If you don't make it right, it's like totally. Yeah, it's like eating paste or
Yeah,
something.
it's like
not.
bread pudding or
But if
something.
you get it just right, it's tough to beat.
Well, I was going to say, I always get distracted because I make it primarily at work. When I'm at home, I'll do the oatmeal thing, but when I'm at
So
work,
you need to switch that because at work you're oatmeal because you in a hurry.
Yeah.
At home you got
you get some time, you can sit and rest with your multi meal.
and use a big bowl because it cools faster.
Oh, look at this guy! Heat
The other
distribution.
trick, you can't put there's little. No, you don't use a cereal bowl. You use a mixing bowl.
Well, what happens with me is I'll open the door and there's half of my cream of wheat is still in the bowl and the rest of it's all over the bottom of the microwave.
Oh,
Yeah, see how it happens when you use a new microwave and you're not sure. Sometimes that happens. They
It
do that every
zaps it
time.
too
with their
hot.
less is
in-laws.
more. Less is more. That's what it is.
I want
We
to say
keep
one more
going.
thing before we though about this program.
Sure, I say
But, Yeah, well,
We made a whole
don't
episode
have
out of
We
it.
don't have any time. We don't have any time limits here. We can go wild. I think it's nice though because of again, you've got that program, right, where you can come in and focus on nutrition and meet with Tara once a week and go over all that. But see, then there's other things you can do. So you can also come in and meet with Tara or meet with another trainer or instructor for our classes.
Yeah.
Again, that's accountability. So you're working out with people here that that you know, and then maybe they're doing a program with you on nutrition, maybe they're not, but you still have that accountability where you're getting the workout, you're getting the nutrition.
Right. You can put it all together.
Yeah, we have other services. You know, got the whole gym open, 24 hours a day.
Something that has come to me this week 2 times. 2 different people have asked me how much our classes are. Members have asked how much our classes are. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, they're included with your membership. You know, they're free with your membership. Obviously, the premier level classes, that goes with your premier level membership. But I think it surprised me that people didn't realize that was free. You don't have to pay extra for that.
Right.
That's included.
Even though we put it on Facebook every day.
So, however, the nutrition is just like training. It's going to be extra. There'll be a fee for that and everything. But I mean, even if you choose not to meet with the trainer, you can also come to the classes. We have a lot of great classes, a lot of different options, a lot of different, ways to burn those calories.
Yeah.
So,
well, and that's the idea is I think you obviously need a stimulus to change, your body, and I think people don't think that their dietary intake and changing it is a stimulus.
Yeah.
They only think of the cardio or the weights or the HIIT training or the kip ups or whatever CrossFit you're doing this day. In
we do a CrossFit episode yet?
That's a good idea. We can.
Yeah.
But the point is that think of your body, your internal environment as an ecosystem. If you introduce a new element to an ecosystem out here in the real world, it's going to change it. Same thing with your body. So all you need is a stimulus to change, and this is a great way to provide that stimulus for change in terms of your nutrition, in terms of getting yourself on track with your food,
and not just the immediate, but for the future, for you to learn how to continue that into lifestyles. I mean, age plays a huge part.
Oh, absolutely.
We lose that fat metabolism as we get older too, and that's huge.
I've lost that. I've lost some hair. I've lost flexibility. I've lost a lot of things in my days on this earth. Anything else we want to add to this masterpiece for this week?
Do you want to hit a couple of the tips before we go? We got a couple minutes.
We can. So we were going to do something today.
Like an intro, and then next week we'll give you a taste of what's to come.
So I was looking through. I don't know why, but my mind is perpetually stuck somewhere between 1998 and 2002. So in order to recapture some of those primetime years, I started ordering some back issues of some of the muscle magazines that I used to read. And I got one in. There's a Muscle and Fitness from, I believe, 1999. And there was an article in there called Big Tips, 44 Ways to Build Larger Muscles. And I thought it might be kind of fun to get these 44 tips out and read some of them and kind of dissect them.
All 44, huh?
I mean, maybe a few of them. I mean, not all 44, but I think it'd be kind of funny to see, that's almost 20 years ago, see kind of what people thought back in those days and see where we are now. And there's a good possibility I'm going to say, that sounds like a great idea, even though it might not be a great idea. So
let's hear a couple.
All right.
We'll give it a yay or a nay.
Okay.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
If you're lifting, so tip number 1. If you are lifting about the same weight now as you were a year ago, you can't expect to have bigger muscles. Gear everything related to your bodybuilding to adding iron I should have taken a better picture of this, to the bar in good form. This is the central creed. Conversely, if you weigh the same now as you did a year ago, you can't expect to have bigger muscles unless you or substantially reduce your body fat percentage. That's a long. They're all kind of long like that, and I don't read very well. Oh, that's not.
That's my email. You guys don't need to read it.
We thought we had a question pop up.
Got excited. I
didn't even know. Is that how they come in?
No.
Oh. I don't even know.
There'll be like a little red thing that pops up on this little box here.
That's pretty much a thumbs up. I mean, again, it always depends.
Yeah.
But pretty much, yeah, for the most part.
I think so.
Well, I was
She's a
thinking
nutritionist.
So, yeah, let's see.
tempo, reps, thinking about that if you're doing